what's up guys? Super excited to go over how to use the mortgage protection calculator. We will be using this when you are quoting clients, okay? So I'll go over, the screen is you're gonna have to cut this part. Okay, so this is what we have. If you have access to this Google Sheet, you should. This is our mortgage protection calculator. So remember, if you're doing regular mortgage protection, you're gonna give 3 options: 100%, 75%, or 50%. Now, depending on the client's budget, you could change those 3 different metrics. So whatever works. And again, you could talk to your mentor if you're confused about that, but typically we only give 3 options. All right. So the second set within mortgage protection is what we call equity protection. Normally those are older clients who are a little bit more sick and now they cannot qualify for a full term or an IUL. So then we're doing equity protection. Within equity protection, we're giving them a duration of months. Sometimes they're going to cover the mortgage payment for 18 months, 12 months, 9 months, okay? This calculator is going to show you how to easily do those metrics so you don't have to keep using your phone to go back and forth to do the math, right? So let's go to the screen here. Let's say your client has a $300,000 mortgage. Oops. Let me get off of there. Okay, let me restart that. Okay, so here we're going to use the Google Sheet that we have prepared for you. Let's say your client has a $300,000 mortgage. You're going to put $300,000. And if you look here, this already auto-populates for you what 100% is, what 75% is, and what 50% is. So you do not have to go into your phone and use your calculator 3 or 4 different times. So it's right here. Boom. 100% is 300,000, 75% is 225,000, 50% is 150,000. Now let's say the mortgage amount is an odd number. So let's say it's like 313,000 for whatever reason. You do not have to give them the exact amount for 75%, for example, just round it up. So just give them, for 75%, put 235,000 instead of like all of these odd numbers, okay? So that is how you use the normal mortgage protection calculator for somebody who's generally younger and healthier and they could qualify for term with living benefits or an IUL, which is, again, larger face amounts with living benefits. That's the normal mortgage protection. Next, when we're going to equity protection, if you look down here, that's this section. So you are going to put their mortgage payment here. So let's say you're talking to John. His mortgage payment is, let's say, $1,700 a month. Put that in here. If you look at this column, this is going to show you what 18 months is, what 15 months is, what 12 months is, and this is what you are going to put in the quoting tool, right? So remember, just round up. 1,700, 18 months is going to be 31,000 is what I would put in your final expense quoting tool, okay? Let's say you are going to work it backwards. Let's say you want to max out a full amount, so you could use both of these calculators instead of just using this one. You can manipulate the months here, and then here, this is easier to manipulate the face amount. So let's say they want to max out 35,000 of whole life coverage. You put that in there, and now that's really 10 months of coverage. So again, it helps you. On this side, you can manipulate the months. On this side, you can manipulate the face amount for the whole life policy. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, the top half is for the percentages. The lower half is for whole life coverage and what your client is going to be using as far as like the months of mortgage payments to be covered for their family. So I'm going to look over here and let me just share my screen. I'll give you an example with the Numerico app. Let's say you're talking to somebody, they're in Alabama. You're talking to a 40-year-old, and within a 40-year-old, they can qualify for, let's just say, an IUL. I'm going to go on here. I'm going to go to illustration. 40-year-old male. Let's just say they are a smoker. And their face amount was $150,000 is what they have left on their loan. Let's just say that's what this is. Okay, scroll down, and the total premium is $145 a month. I normally round that up to $146, right? So we'll put that here, and then you just come back and you put 75%, whatever that calculation is, or 50%, and you could just change that here. Let's say we're going to show them $100,000, and it just updates for you when you click out. Scroll down, boom, $99 for that client if they got approved as a smoker. All right, I'll show you another example. So let's go back, and I'll show you Eagle Premier. Let's say we have a 50-year-old, and they're pretty unhealthy. They're in Alabama. Boom. We're going with final expense. Go to the illustration here. Male, let's say he is a smoker. And remember, final expense has lower face amounts than, normal mortgage protection or term or IULs, right? So let's say it's $30,000 is what he's going to look at. And boom, $113 a month is what I would tell him. So that's how you briefly use the quote tool with Americo. If you need help with anything at all, please let me know. But at this point, please take a moment to go click onto the mortgage protection calculator, save that into your Google Sheets. The moment you click it once, it'll always pop up. So I would star that, bookmark it, whatever helps you to get prepared to helping your client in a fast fashion.